You sure do like to share your opinions, talking big like somebody's listening. Nobody's listening.
Max! Oh!
Hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller and smaller, you fade down. Hop up in the window.
Hello there, back a day after watching the previous one. It is Sunday night, so we're just on time, and we're caught up as well because I missed a week, so we're getting 2 this week. I'm going to watch Lord of the Rings in 4K on my TV for the next 3 episodes, so that's going to be very nice. So I'm 27 minutes into the Battle of the Five Armies, and you see the whole dragon sequence and people escaping, seeking refuge. I like how he said... Luke Evans' character, he said, winter is upon us, after a dragon just tore up the city, tore up the town. And I'm just like, I'm thinking of Game of Thrones. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Somehow Game of Thrones made it look better than a big budget movie. I know Game of Thrones was a big budget, but it's TV. TV's still like less than a movie, you know what I mean? They probably put a lot of money into the Hobbit movies, right? Probably more than Game of Thrones, and yet the TV show dragon looks better. I'm just saying. And also the effects of a dragon destroying a city as well looks better in Game of Thrones. But anyway, yeah, I was very disappointed where they ended, obviously, because obviously in the second one, I mean the second one by the way, in the second one, the dragon's name is in the title. And the way they ended it was just like, okay, but yeah, you kind of saw like the start of this film should have been the end of the last film. I didn't mention last video as well that I really like Ed Sheeran's song at the end of the last one. But anyway, so Thorin is slowly becoming obsessed and corrupted with the gold and the Arkenstone. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes, because honestly, out of the 3 films, this is the one I remember the least of, by far. So there's going to be a lot of things that I just don't remember. So I'm very intrigued to see how this refreshes my memory. That is for sure. And I look forward to some crazy battles coming up. I'm up to the part where Thorin's cousin is here with his army of dwarves, with his army of elves. After not agreeing a deal with the Arkenstone. It's really sad to see how far Thorin has fallen. He went from a man of honor in the first film, even the second film, to what he is in the third film. It's sad. I don't know why, but every time I see this guy's face, he looks so animated. I don't know if it's just me. It's easy to tell if I play the video, but then that's copyright, so I don't want to do it. But I swear he doesn't look real. If you got this movie, just whack it on for a minute and skip to 1 minute to 1 hour 10 minutes, 1 hour 10 minutes in. I'm just watching on Prime Video and I'm just like, is that CGI? It looks so off. Every other character's face looks fine. Just his face looks animated. I don't know if it's just me. Also, I completely forgot the wereworms scene. There were worms in this. They did this before Dune 2. Doesn't look as good as Dune 2 though, to be fair. And Dune 1, I don't know why I said Dune 2 specifically. Dune 1 had worms as well. I actually never knew this part until now. I'm watching the final battle right now. It's pretty crazy. One thing I really like about fantasies and just old-fashioned things, not just fantasies but also like non-fiction, I really like sword battles, like big battle sequences with swords, shields, you know, just old-fashioned weapons and armor, etc. So I like watching films from like, even from like real-life events, like 300, for example, even though that's like fictionalized anyway, but it's based on a true story. Stuff like the recent Napoleon movie, stuff like that. But even like fantasy too, like one of my favorite things about Game of Thrones was big battle sequences with swords. I just love that. I just love watching that. I feel it's very entertaining. Vikings as well, another show that's great for that. And Lord of the Rings, and obviously The Hobbit. I like big action sequences like that with like old-fashioned weapons. That wasn't even what this clip what I was meant to say. I was meant to say something else. Oh yeah, the 5 armies. I always got confused by who the 5 armies were because what? There's humans, elves, dwarves, and orcs. But apparently the orcs count as 2 armies because of two different places. I just found this out today. I know. Better late than never. Will you follow me one last time? That is a quote that I remember from the film. That's like the most memorable. Like it was in the trailer, to be fair. I remember seeing years ago, but still, that gave me chills a bit because I kind of forgot that line was coming. Then I'm just like, oh yes, that line. But yeah, it was nice to see Thorin finally came to his senses, even though it happened so suddenly. I love the fact that we got a Grey Eagle scene in this as well as the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I love that Bjorn came in with these eagles, and also turning into a bear and fighting on the ground. That was only a few seconds, but it was still pretty cool to see that. And the final battle was, as in the final battle between Thorin and Azog was pretty damn good. But obviously, I'm pretty sure Thorin dies. Yeah, he does die. I just witnessed him collapsing, but him and Azog killed each other. And it is finished. So yeah, I do like the very last scene because it leads directly into Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, which is a bloody incredible movie. I mean, all 3 are, to be fair, in their own ways. But I'm looking forward to watching those, that's for sure, especially in 4K. But yeah, do I like it more than I did when I first saw it? Yes, for sure. It's the one I least remember out of the 3. So there was plenty of things that, even though they weren't new, they kind of felt like a new refresher because I don't remember a lot of the scenes in this. But it was a good watch. I still don't think it was great. But I'm definitely more positive on the Hobbit trilogy than I used to be. That is for sure. Because I remember watching it at the cinema for the first time when I was like, and I was a teenager back then. Like, when did it even come out? I'm 29 now, so that's like, you can count back whatever year it was. But I was pretty young watching those films. And I loved the first one, Unexpected Journey. I loved that one. Second one, I was enjoying it, but didn't like the ending. And then the third one, I was just checked out. But now I'm just like, okay, I don't really mind the third one. I think it's still the weakest one. Nah, you know what? It's not. The second one is the weakest one. But I'm more fond of this one now. They're still nowhere near the level of Lord of the Rings. But again, like I said in previous reviews, you got to judge it in its own right as well. Judge it as its own trilogy. And I feel like it did okay. It definitely could have been better for sure. Like, it could have been so much better than what they did. But for what they did, I guess it wasn't as bad as I remember, apart from the second one's ending. But yeah, I had a good time watching that. By the way, I've only watched the theatrical cuts. I don't own any of these on Blu-ray, so I don't have access to extended editions unless I pay for it. On Amazon Prime, they have the theatrical editions for free through Amazon Prime Video. You've got to pay extra for the extended. What is it with the streaming services, man? Like you have this sort of nonsense here. You go to Netflix, you gotta pay more for HD. Netflix, the tiers are based on the quality you get and the amount of devices you can use, right? And at Amazon Prime, you got like, oh, you can watch these, but if you want to watch this upgraded version, you got to pay for it. And then they've obviously put ads in the middle of the movies now as well. They put one ad break in the middle. With no ads, pay this amount extra. It's just like, it's like every streaming service actually is guilty of something. That's just like they're trying to like get a bit of cash out of you, but yeah, it is what it is. This is why you gotta. Well, it's not the only reason why, but it's good to get physical because physical discs are the way to go for watching movies and shows. They can't be edited or altered, and on top of that, you know, there's issues like this. You buy it once, you can watch it until I guess the disc breaks. But still, I think physical media is very important, just for to point this out. But yeah, the rating for this film, I'll give it a 7.5, give the second one a 7, first one an 8, there's a 7.5 right in the middle. And I enjoyed myself, for the most part anyway. It definitely isn't perfect. Many things the whole trilogy can improve on, but I'm quite fond of it. So yeah, I'm very much hyped for Lord of the Rings next, and also looking forward to the new movie coming out. Again, I know it's animated and it's probably not like going to be connected. I mean, it's going to be connected, but only in name and where it takes place. I don't think they're going to like reference anything, but maybe they might. But it seems like a completely different story to before, but it's still based off books, I think. But I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes down, and I haven't seen the show yet. I don't know if it's worth seeing the show. I've seen mixed reviews about it, but apparently it's not even doing that well. Apparently on Prime Video, apparently Jamie Clarkson's farm show is doing better than that. So that's considering the amount of money they put into Lord of the Rings, that's a bit of a bummer for Prime Video. But I'll probably watch it at some point, just to like see if it's any good. Same with like House of the Dragon. I want to watch it at some point just to like see what's up. But I've not watched either one yet, and they both came at the same time, and I've not watched either one. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and hopefully I don't miss another one ever again, because it was pretty much of a... I mean, I do run a lot of channels, and I make a lot of videos, and I stream a lot, so there's always a chance something suffers, and that week was Movie Monday, but hopefully never again. This is your boy Davidoff. This is my outro. I probably did. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow.